My name is Evy Coy. I'm 16 years old and I go to school at South Anchorage High School.
Nice. For people who haven't seen your film Stars, what is it about?
Stars is my animated film about a conversation between two of my characters surrounding the big question whether or not to reach for the stars, and if not, where would that leave you?
What inspired you to make this film?
It was a lot of the relationship between me and my sister. She's older than me and she's always been a role model, and the conversation between them kind of follows the relationship that we have and sort of talking through emotions and figuring out life.
What was the initial seed for this film? Like, was it an image or a line of dialogue or a concept?
It was actually a little blurb that I wrote in my notes app, and it kind of just expanded from there, because as all my ideas do, they usually go into my notes app on my phone, and then I kind of just go from there and figure things out.
That's the same for me too. The notes app is amazing. Can you talk about the animation style and the reason behind making that choice for this film?
So the animation style was kind of, honestly, the choice was because I didn't have very much time. So I based it more on less movement and more focusing on like the rendering of the characters and stuff. So I like storyboarded everything out, and then I went over and did some frame by frame, but not very much, and then colored it, and then sort of composited it and edited in things. So
you have animated films in the past that have ended up in the after-school special. What initially draws you to animation as a medium for storytelling?
I've always loved to draw, so a lot of my art has come from being just an artist. And so when I got into the film program at South, there were so many options, and I'd already been drawing my entire life, and it's always sort of called to me as a way to express my creativity. So I've found it just like it comes naturally to me, I guess I'd say.
Was there a specific part in making this film that proved more challenging than you expected?
I think it was difficult to finish the editing and like do the soundscape for it, because I haven't really had very much experience in like Foley and stuff. So it was kind of just flying by the seat of my pants to try and scrape stuff off of the internet and get like sound effects in there and stuff. So that part was kind of hurried, but other than that, yeah.
Great. Stars is dedicated to the memory of Rhys Coy. Would you like to talk about him and why you wanted to honor him with this film?
Rhys Coy is my uncle. He was my mentor for a while. He was an artist, and he was always there and ready for me to like talk to him about, my art and the journey that it takes to be an artist and all the emotional struggles that go along with it. And recently, within last year, February, he passed away suddenly from cardiac arrest, and it was really sudden, and he wasn't very old, so it definitely took us all by surprise, and I definitely wasn't ready for it. So when I was making this film, I definitely had him in mind and being like, I wish he could see this and how far I've come because of how much how much I looked up to him and how much of a role model he was.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I think you will be proud because this film was amazing.
Thank you.
What's next for you? Do you have any other film projects you're working on?
Yeah, so we're doing our video awards again at South, and so I'm planning a couple projects. One of them is writing a song with my sister and then probably animating, and also maybe doing some filming along with it to go in there. And then I have another idea for a animated film that's based around a dystopian sort of scene. Usually I don't do like stories, actually. It's more like reflections on myself in the past, but I've kind of wanted to do something different and actually try to make a full storyline into an animated film. So I guess I'll see if I can actually pull that off.
All right. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.